So today we're going to talk you through the hip thrust. So the hip thrust is probably the most common or best exercise known for building the glutes. So we're just going to give you a bit of an indication of why you need to do it, how you need to do it, and the reasons why it's the best exercise.
And where you're going wrong.
Welcome back to the MYOBAND channel. I'm Beth, he's Jack, and together we're Bespoke Fitness. Between us we've got over 100 clients online, and our main goal is to improve our clients' health, mindset, training and nutrition, so all things health and fitness related.
So that's exactly why we're teaming up with MYOBAND. Today we're going to run through the hip thrust. I'm going to be teaching Beth exactly how to do a hip thrust and the coaching points around that, so let's get straight into it. So let's run through the setup of the hip thrust. Hip thrust, it's a bent knee hip extension movement. Predominantly it's going to target glutes and hamstrings, but mainly the glutes.
Bit of quads as
A
well.
little bit of quads, not much. So today we're going to be using just a bench or a step. You can use it on a variety of things, providing it's just going to get that right angle on your back. So let's sit yourself down. So with the setup on the bench, what we're looking for is the scapula, so your shoulder blades are going to ride up onto the end of the bench. So as Beth seats herself back, as she's coming up there, so we're obviously going without the bar first, shoulder blades just on the edge of the bench or whatever platform you're using. The knee we should be at a right angle there, so if Beth stepped it forwards, her feet are too far out. If you step it in, the feet are too far in, so foot placement is very important on a hip thrust. So we want right angle at the knee when we're at the top of that bridge. So sitting yourself back down. So once you've found that foot positioning, you're going to roll the bar forwards, middle of the bar above the hips. Today we've got a pad on the bar because without it can be quite uncomfortable. If you've not got a pad, what you can use is a towel or a mat or something else what you find here in the gym, just to take that pressure off the bar. So again, back into that setup, shoulder blades on the bench, hands on the bar, keeping that foot positioning. She's going to drive the bar up, keeping her chin tucked in and squeezing and engaging the glutes at the top. So we drop that back down nice and slow, control using the glutes, squeezing up at the top, and at the top there she's squeezing the glutes together. What she's not doing is coming up too high, so if you overextend, putting an arch into the back, because we lose the tension on the glutes, you put too much strain on your lower back. And she's looking important to keep the chin tucked in and the glutes engaged. So from that setup position, what she's going to do is she's going to go scapula, so shoulder blades on the edge of the bench. From the feet position stays the same. She's going to drive her hips up, hands on the bar. Whilst her hands on the bar, she's got her chin tucked, eyes are looking forwards, and glutes are engaged at the top. She's careful to not overextend, so Beth, if you come up, so that's overextension, it's going to put excessive strain on your lower back and disengage the glutes. So lower that back down. She's got control in the way down, focusing on that muscle group what you want to work, so the glutes. Squeezing the glutes on the way up, squeeze the glutes at the top. Again, it's a glute focused exercise, so make sure you're squeezing those glutes. Control it, chin stays tucked, and we've got a posterior pelvic tilt, so we're avoiding the pelvis tilting backwards too far. So one variation what we can do is a glute bridge rather than a hip thrust. So we can do this when you've not got a bench available. Rather than pinning those shoulder blades back onto a bench, you're just going to drive the shoulder blades into the floor, driving through your heels, and then hips come up, and then you're squeezing your glutes at the top. So it's the exact similar movement, a little bit less range of motion, but what it's going to do is it's going to hit your glutes a little bit more and slightly less on your quads and a little bit more in those glutes and hamstrings. So exact same principle. We're driving the heels into the floor, squeezing the glutes, squeeze the glutes at the top, and then bridging it, not coming past that straight line at the top. So one progression what we can do on this hip thrust is the exact same set position, so scapula on the edge of the bench, feet position stays the same, but what she's got on is she's got on the small booty band. So as she drives up, so the roll of the glutes is not only hip flexion, but it's also to externally rotate and abduction on those glutes. So if she rolls up into there, she's got to force those knees out to keep the band tight. So drop back down. Without the band, what you can sometimes see, and some people go wrong, is that the knees cave in. When the knees come in, it takes the tension off the glutes and the glutes aren't engaged. So all the time, she's forcing that band out and driving the bar up. By driving that band out as she's driving up with the glutes, it's going to engage more into those glutes. So the top 5 mistakes we commonly see on a hip thrust. So the first mistake is the foot positioning. So foot positioning can either be too close or too far away from the glutes. So if she comes in too close, and when she comes down, the angle is wrong. As you can see there, hips, she can't drive through the heels correctly, and it's not going to engage the glutes right. So if she comes too far out, same again, it's going to come too much on the hamstrings and less engagement in the glutes like we're aiming for. Mistake number 2, what we've got is head positioning. So if she doesn't tuck her chin in and she leans it back, as you thrust up, again, the movement's not right and it comes off the glutes and it causes an arch in your lower back. Feel your back arching. Number 3 is the knees caving in. So as she thrusts up, she's got to keep the glutes engaged to keep your knees out. But glutes don't stay engaged correctly, knees cave in. So coaching point on the hip thrust is to tell a client to always keep those knees out and they shouldn't be coming in as you come down on the thrust. Fourth mistake on the hip thrust is back positioning on the bench. So first one, if you come too far back, what you're not going to be able to get is the correct angle as you're coming down. So as she comes down, you can see it's quite uncomfortable and you've got a lot of flexion in the middle of the spine. So mistake number 5 is overextension in the lower back. So as you come up in the hip thrust, all you need to go to is that parallel. If you overextend, you're going to be putting too much strain, too much pressure on your lower back, and it's not doing anything extra for your glutes. All you need to come up to is, so that's an overextension, all you need to come up to is to that parallel position, engage those glutes, and you're getting a perfect hip thrust. Anything over that, it's unnecessary pressure in your lower back, so that's one to avoid.
So thanks for watching, we hope you learned a lot from the video. This is our second video in our how-to series. If you want to catch up on the last video that we did, click up top and you can watch the recent deadlift video.
Any other exercises you want demonstrations on, be sure to drop them in the comments below. And please share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. So give it a share, drop us a like, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Cheers everyone.
Thank you.